So,
Oh,
briefing time. We are flying another flight here at Nellis. It's our second of three. So this would be the Saturday show. Um, Briefing points. They'll be straight out of chocks. Left turn, then left and right onto whiskey. Is it? No. It's whatever the taxiway is.
I'll take a look in a second. I can't see the kneeboards yet. I
Yeah.
have it in the kneeboards.
Anyway, it'll be we'll do the takeoff checks on the roll, and we'll detach you, and then we'll roll straight onto we'll roll. You'll take lead onto Alpha, and then I'll call the left turn onto the runway, and then we'll line up and wait on the runway for section takeoff maneuvers. Show will be as briefed. It'll be a right turnout out of the Delta breakout for a left pitch-up brake to land. Stagger will be left. We'll back taxi to, I believe it's Delta. And we'll go. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we will covered wagon back to Delta, and we'll go well clear on. We'll go well clear on whatever taxiway it is for individual left 90s into chocks. Don't forget that I turn first.
Yep,
Uh,
got it.
any briefing items such as those, and then we'll get to goals for the show.
Um, I don't think so. We're doing 150 for the loop break cross. Boss 150 will be, what is that?
300,
300?
yes, chariot.
Yep.
So is that
That'll be
150?
250 indicated,
All right.
400 indicated.
Yeah.
No other notes.
Okay. Since we're talking altitudes, vertical pitch will be 150 indicated.
Okay.
All right. All right. So goals for the show. I'm just gonna try and fly a smooth show today. I was a little in my head last time, and that got me uncomfortable in the chair. So I'm just gonna try and settle in and fly the show I know I can fly. And just clean up stuff essentially. Just do the maintenance work and fly a clean show.
Yeah, I've just kind of had a weird day and been kind of mentally off, so major goal is to stay mentally engaged and positive about the show. And then secondary goal would be to continue Delta roll.
Got it. All right. Anything else?
I don't believe so.
Ready break. Gonna switch inputs.
Okay.
BrotherLeb, you got me.
Got you. Loud and clear.
Awesome. Alright, inputs are switched in Discord. Discord can still hear you. Sorry. Inputs are switched in OBS. Discord can still hear you.
Got it.
Closing Discord. Revealing. Oh my gosh. Revealing our streams. There they are. Looking good. Alright. Hold one while I adjust things here. Alright, ready on pause?
Yep, ready.
In 3, 2, 1, mark. My headset's got the jitters today, so that'll be fun. Alrighty. Advise when ready for startup.
Alright, ready to start.
Battery on, APU on, standby canopy.
Leb.
3, 2, 1, mark. Standby hydrogen crank. In 3, 2, 1, mark. Standby right engine forward.
Leb.
In 3, 2, 1, mark. Standby left engine crank. In... Sorry, my volume is low, so my audio cues are off. In 3, 2, 1, mark. Standby left engine forward.
Roll left.
In 3, 2, 1, mark. Standby FCS.
Flight controls.
Go for FCS.
In 3, 2, 1, mark. In test.
And tests.
Chariot's FCS is go.
Leb, same.
Chariot's IFA is holding DTC.
Leb, same.
Chariot's DTC complete.
Leb, DTC complete.
Chariot's up TRECOM 1.
Leb, TRECOM 1.
Discord check.
Good check.
Takeoff checks. Check your stroke pressure on. Check your trim set. Check your heading. My heading 298. Check your altimeter set 2810 for a corrected center point elevation of 100 feet. Check your barrel warning 0. Check your FCS 12. 30, 30, 30 down 2. Check your fuel. Seat armed. Lights out. Check your smoke pressure on. Smoke on. Smoke off.
Good smoke. Hold on for ammo brief.
Yeah. Until he's struggling already.
Good morning, Chariot. Updated winds are calm, and if they were going anywhere, they'd be 036, but they're 0 knots. Check your altimeter set. 29902 for a corrector altimeter of 2810 for a center point elevation of 100 feet. Chariot Squawk 1205, Loeb Squawk 1206, code taxi left out of chocks, right on Fox, or sorry, yes, left out of chocks, right on Foxtrot, left on Alpha for hold, line up and wait, runway 08.
Thanks, Lab. Clear to taxi. Line up and wait 08.
Correction, runway 03.
Copy that, Lab. Clear to taxi. Line up and wait 03.
Up.
Souls are cleared to taxi. Check your parker brakes off. Chairs powering up to 75%. Off brakes now. We're coming left. Go trail.
Up.
East bar 60 and land a roll. We're coming left. Go right wing.
Up.
And we're coming back right, so let's switch 8Com1.
Up.
Traits up 8Com1.
Those they come on.
Adding power to 72, letting it roll. Takeoff checks.
Up.
Check your smoke pressure on. Check your lights off. Check your line lights off. Check your flaps are half line or auto. Check your waypoint is in the box, showing waypoint 1 at 0.3 miles and climbing. And check your altimeter set to barometric. It's set to 2810. Check your dispensers bypass and your seat is armed. Check your heading. My heading at 208.
Up.
BrotherLeb detach.
Labs detached.
Right lead. Right lead.
Labs got lead on right.
Little scooch back. There we go.
Chariot maintain well clear.
Trace will clear.
Little brakes, easy brakes, off, brakes, now, coming left.
Coming left. Okay. Little brakes, easy brakes, little brakes, brakes. Solos, we're clear for takeoff. Updated winds are calm. Maneuver our section takeoff maneuver.
Levels are sir.
Check park works off. Let's roll up.
Off. Brakes now. Blowers ready now. Blowers ready now.
See ya.
Ready.
Seriously.
Wings level smoke on. Blowers ready now. Smoke up. Clear.
Seriously, 2 miles.
Clear. 1 mile mark.
That was weird.
.5 mark. And 4 miles mark.
Let me know your beam.
A beam.
Let me know your take mark.
Go take it.
Stand by, mark it.
Miles mark. Big hitch. 3-8.
Trace in for the right nav edge.
On the right of it. 3 miles mark. 395. Two miles mark. 402.
Smoke on.
Correct.
Contact smoke off. Ready, hit it.
Clear.
Stand by, roll, and pull. Stand by, roll. Stand by, roll. Stand by, roll.
Clear.
Roll. Trace clear and clearing in front of the crowd for the opposing inverted to inverted rolls. 2 miles, mark.
Levers no show. Spring break.
Chariot. Chariot circling behind the crowd for landing.
Leb's turning final runway 23. Leb's down tape.
Chariot. Chariot's downwind for 2-3.
And Leb's clear of the active on Bravo.
Chariot's turn in 3.5 for the left edge of break to land. 2-3. Right. Smoke on. Center point, Cherry's breaking. Cherry's ease the pull and rolling out 055. Smoke off. Gear and flaps. That would explain it. Cherry's coming left. 280.
Alright, I'm parked up.
Got it. Chariot's at the 90, gear down 3 greens. No stagger. 220.
Start working on that spring.
You're good. $160. 140 all the way. Sure, it's okay.
This always takes like 15 minutes.
Yep. How many have you got left?
Like 10.
Okay. So you're not in trouble.
No, I'm not in trouble.
Great. I've got like
It never
6.
feels good to replace them, but I have plenty.
Last you a couple years.
Yeah, no. It'll be around the time I probably need to get a new light stick that I'll run out.
That's good.
I don't know when. I don't know what new flight stick I would get because I like this one, but where are? There they are. This bag.
Dude, I think they changed the flight model again.
You do?
Well, okay. I will say that I was flying with I ended up doing my opening maneuver with with half flaps, so that explains why it felt weird.
That'll do it. Okay, I gotta remember what all. I need this one. The springs out for not those. Those. No, I don't have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7.
Still.
Still, plenty. I do feel like I replace them about once every 6 months.
Yep, that sounds about right.
And so far, it's almost always been the horizontal axis spring.
Yeah. No, I broke a vertical once.
Uh-huh.
All right. The rare mid-show break.
You could fly a really crappy F-16 show.
Yeah, that's accurate. I could.
You could try to fly a Tomcat demo.
No, I could try and fly an F4 demo.
I don't even know what the maneuvers are for
Me
that.
neither. I think I'll probably do an F16 demo. Why not? Let's see.
Might as well do something to entertain ourselves, at least.
Resume manual. Great.
Dang it. Okay, there's that. Where are the other thingies?
Okay,
And then,
cool.
oh, they're in here. Come on.
Man, I don't even know. I'm guessing the F-16 is hot.
I think it's hot. I don't remember.
Okay, let's see. Scene collection. Switch scene collections so that I can stream myself. It's been a while since I've done that. Start. Mm-hmm. Join the Blue Coalition. Viper demo. Yeah, sometimes you... I've been feeling like mine's getting real close. Alright. Disable that preview. We've dropped a lot of frames tonight. No, me. It's possible. So, I think 1500 is overkill on the bitrate. So, yeah. Alright. There is... the bottom ones. Okay. Are we clean? We're a clean jet. Sounds good. Let's see if I remember what all the... Oh, look! I have a kneeboard in the F-16 now. That's nice. Do I have ground speed anywhere? No. Bummer. I'm too tall for the chair in the F-16, yeah. Actually, hang on, I can fix that. Shift B. Where's the button? Where's the button for the seat? It's been so long. I don't remember where the button for seat control is. I know it exists. I've done it before. No, BMS is the F-16 sim. Okay, it should be by your hip. Yeah, me too, dude. Mm-hmm. Yep. You're a Navy nerd, yeah. I bought the F4 because it was my favorite jet as a kid. Alright. Same. Hard, same. What? Did you break both? Oh. Alright, time to get started. We own the airfield and the airspace. Here we go. Turn on the landing lights. Airspeed's alive. 130 and roll it. There we go. Gear is up. Oh, it's been a minute. 350. Kick it. Go. Use the pull. Roll it and pull. Wow, this jet flies so different than the 16 or the 18. Alright, how much we got? 7 G's, good G clearance, in for the show. Cuban 8 is first.
Altitude. Altitude.
Okay, 400 knots.
Altitude. Pull up. 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 Altitude. Altitude.
I did not set the radar altimeter correctly, but it's fine. Punch it in, and up we go. Over the top.
Altitude. Altitude. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
And I'm sloppy at this now. Like a year ago?
Warning. Warning. Altitude. Altitude. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Altitude. Altitude.
Gosh. I swear they added drag to this thing.
Altitude.
I swear.
Altitude.
It feels lazier than it did. Flat pass time.
Altitude. Altitude. Pull up.
Time for the triple. What do we need for the triple? 400 knots. Got it.
Altitude. Altitude. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Altitude. Altitude.
There we go. Pitch up and roll it. 1, 2, 3. Wow, I'm so sloppy. Oh, rolled the wrong way, that's fine. Now for the MRT. supposed to enter at 400 knots, but this thing just doesn't want to pick up speed anymore. Shouldn't be a problem in the 16 that's clean either.
Altitude. Altitude.
Check it into burner. Roll it and pull. Time for the 4-point.
Altitude. Altitude. Pull up. Pull up. Altitude. Altitude.
Roll. 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 Yes. And during the F4 era as well. Another flat pass.
Altitude. Altitude. Pull up. Altitude. Altitude. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
Alright, now it's time for the Falcon turn. Falcon turn, I need 440 knots.
Altitude.
Well, I'm easily doing that.
Pull up. Pull up. Altitude. Altitude.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Falcon turn complete. Shark's Tooth is next. This thing guzzles fuel, dude.
Altitude. Altitude.
After the Shark's Tooth comes the High
Pull up.
Alpha.
Pull up.
Yeah, it's awful. It is absolute trash. I'm not enjoying this flame model. It's pulling nose high when I roll out of turns. Yeah. It does not. Feels like a nightmare.
Altitude. Altitude. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull
I know.
up.
I saw that. Gosh, they destroyed the flight model, dude. Data is not... does not a fun sim make, necessarily. Uh-huh.
Altitude.
High off
Altitude.
is done. Time for the knife edge.
Pull up. Pull up. Altitude. Altitude.
Gosh, that stupid climb. Alright, max climb time.
Altitude. Altitude. Pull up. Altitude. Altitude. Pull up.
Sweet. I crowd violated as usual during the max climb. Yeah. Alright, since we're crowd violating, we're going to bail it here. And move on to the dedication pass.
Altitude.
State 2.5, so we'll go straight into the tactical pitch up to land afterward. Here we go.
Altitude. Altitude.
Oh, so level turn. Okay, hold on. Level turn. Ease and roll.
Altitude.
It climbs. Why does it do that? Ease and roll. See that climb? That's so stupid. Ease and roll. Climb. Doesn't matter what angle. It climbs by like 10 degrees. I can't even arrest it with push. Because it's the way the FCS is built. Oh! You won't believe what just happened. No. Guess again. No. Guess. Think about what we just went through. You're a goof. I broke my spring. I think so. I don't know how I would do that.
Altitude. Altitude.
I mean, that'd be fine. I totally wing struck on that landing. No. Yep. Yeah. Alright, quitting the desktop, coming out from under the hood.
There we go. Now we're talking.
BrotherLeb, you got me?
Yeah, I got you loud and clear. Do you want to try and get it so they can watch me, or just do your chatter?
Oh no, I'll do it. I'll get it there.
Okay.
Okay. What a bummer. So, the good news is that I've still got springs left. The bad news is they're 3.
Oh, okay. Well, I have 7, so when you get to when you have 1 left as a replacement, so you put in your second to last, let me know. I will look at how many I have.
Jeez, you keep coming in and out, and it's so frustrating. And I don't know what it is. It's a Discord thing, and it's infuriating. I'm gonna see if I
Maybe
can
my ducking is too high?
Maybe.
Let me look. No, it's set to automatically determine it.
Okay. Alright, I need to find my Allen wrenches.
Yeah, go ahead. All right.
I don't know where my Allen wrenches are.
Uh-oh.
Oh wait. Here we go. Found them.
That's good.
I didn't put them in the box where they're supposed to go.
All right, I'm ready to rock this.
Alright, I'm about to boot up a server.
Sounds like a plan. Type password. Let me know it's up.
Will do. I just need to figure out. No. We're just gonna make DCS mad at us and unplug all my gear. Alright. First things first is the big one.
There is.
Alright, it's servers up.
Great. All right, let's get the show on the road. Boink.
Can I zoom in this map? How am I supposed to find Anders? How am I supposed to find F10? Why can't I zoom in? Scrolling's not working. Wild. Alright.
Okay, Tomcat demo, me.
Select role, change coalition, spectate. F10. I can't zoom! Jeez, that was dumb.
Okay, make sure that's forward. Deck. Cool. All right, make sure we got our knee board.
Alright, options. Turn the sound down to 50. Monitor 2 stream. Alright, you have viewers.
Great.
Wait, that's not right? Where? What the frick? Where's the
It's
other
the little one. Oh,
No, it's the big bolts that I need to get. Oh, I put it somewhere. God damn it. I hate it when I do this. When you use it as a fidget thing and then you put it somewhere and you don't remember where you put it?
Yep.
God
Okay,
damn it. Yeah, here we go. Alright. Oh, I have plenty of springs. Never mind. I have tons of springs, dude.
How many?
I think I have 7 still.
All right, so we have the same amount.
Yep. Cool. Okay, so let's put that guy back in there, because that's not the Allen wrench I need. All these guys can go in there.
Yeah, we're basically where I want to sit. There we go. Okay.
Well, this is
Think
not
we're
what we
good.
planned to do for the evening, but, you know.
Tis what tis. All right, I'm forgetting something. No, I should need a checklist. I have not built one for this.
Is it the top that comes off?
The top little screws, the
Yeah.
4 top little.
So that's what we need?
Yeah. All right. Cool. Rolling this thing.
Alright.
Oh, mirrors. That's what. Right. Come on, big bird, turn.
Where is that wrench? Right. Where's my little wrench? There's my little wrench.
Now, there we go. Mirrors. Set. I do like how you can adjust them.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Sign up for the Tomcat demo. Whee!
You're behind an F-15 right now. You sure it's the top ones? Oh yeah, it is. Never mind.
I am, because I literally did it 10 minutes ago.
The biggest flaw of any stick system. I think the biggest flaw is that you can't get replacements.
Yeah. The fact that it breaks and you have to fix it is a problem. The fact that you can't get, like, they don't even stock the replacements in any meaningful way means that the, like, useful life of that flight stick is about a year.
Yeah, and I think that's... If I was an Enigma kind of person, I would make a 30-minute rant video about it.
Yeah. All right.
Because it's something that, like, needs to be talked about in the flight sim space.
Yep. Agreed. All right. Fold wings. Wings coming. There we go. Reset our K-deck. Go off with those. There we go. All right, we're lined up. Runway 03. All right. Spoilers on. Tack and set. 810. Brake set. Flaps up. Trim. Neutral. Let's rock it.
Well, wasn't just the top screws.
Full throttle.
The whole 9 yards, okay.
Airspeed's off the peg. 150. The gear did not come up. There we go. And tuck under.
There's that broken spring.
And we're in for the flat 8. Wing sweeps auto. A little fast. Cute. We can make it work.
I'm gonna have to wash my hands after this.
Yeah, I got a lot of grease on them.
Got enough screws. I need to organize them now.
And the flat 8. A little more G. Hands. Put out. Coming right. Hand. Roll it out. And here we go.
Dude, the wing flex is so cool on the 14.
And we're coming in for the wing sweep pass. Speed's good. Altitude's good. Lineup look the wing sweep. Here we go. And our wings are back. Burners. Roll and pull. Level it. Airshow clear. All the way out of the power. Lots of pull. We're in for the Don't stall it. Maybe a little too slow. Burners. And here we go for the double half Cuban. 90. Out of blower. Looking good. Neutral. Capture 45. And burner. $90. Spot the field. Capture 65. Watch your out. Bit slow. And rolling right. Gear.
Come on, baby.
Hook. Flaps.
Oh, come on!
DLC.
Getting this
A little
thing
more.
on
there.
It's
Yeah.
so
hard.
frustrating. Do you do the tall one or the short or the cam?
The cam I bolted on and then I pulled it onto the
The tall one?
stationary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to do that.
The way, and it also helps to have a really skinny screwdriver to kind of guide.
Yeah, I've got it.
All right, airspeed's a little slow. Lineup's looking good. And we're in for the dirty / carrier pass. Altitude's a little low. Airspeed's a little fast. Center point, flaps. And burners. Route 250. Come on, sweet. Blowers, roll, and pull. Out of blowers, little.
Come on.
And blowers. for the... Oh, 90, spot the field. Looks good.
BrotherLeb, you got me?
Unclear.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I dropped the stream too for a while.
Huh.
Like full on just outage.
Huh. Weird.
Like, I think it was an ISP issue.
Makes sense.
Alright. Horizontal is set. Reconstructing. You're not in the server anymore, are you?
I'm not.
Okay.
No, it kicked me out.
Alright.
Let's see.
Come on.
Loan this aircraft in a minute. This will be interesting.
Which aircraft are you talking about?
The A4.
Do we have an A4 in this mission?
No.
Oh.
I didn't go back into the server.
Okay.
I thought you maybe closed it down, did you?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll go back to the server then.
What the frick? Why can't I screw this in?
Multiplayer.
What is happening?
There we go.
This doesn't... It doesn't want to reattach to the frame. Like...
Can you... I don't know which parts are not reattaching.
the like, shroud that surrounds the base.
Oh, yeah.
It's really
So
grumpy.
it will seat, but you can't get the...
I can't get the screws to go, yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty fiddly. You gotta get them threaded. See if I can get this.
So I took the top ones off, and then I took the bottom ones. Oh, I'm using the wrong screws. No, I'm not.
We're back in the Thomas Kitten.
I'm so confused. How did I do this before? Okay.
There we go. This needs to be way the heck down.
I did not intend for this to take this long, I'm sorry.
It's alright.
I'm usually better at fixing things than this. This top plate's never given me problems before, so I'm just really confused.
Jack and set. We'll go landing mode. It's set. Make sure we're on the right kneeboard. And we are. We'll just pick up where we left off.
For
Be a
frick's
little
sake,
heavy,
work!
but, for now.
It's not screwing in. What am I doing wrong?
It's all good. Gears down. Brakes are off. That's wrong. And now I've screwed my course line up.
Okay, let's try these screws then.
There we go. And we're rolling.
Okay, the short stubby screws, do they go on top or on bottom?
Bottom.
Oh, well, there you go.
It's the longer, skinnier ones that go on the top.
Uh-huh. Okay, thank you. That was the problem.
Okay. Since blacking out, picking up Brad Dream, we're gonna go try and crash another one.
Try,
I'm trying to do a high speed pass. Okay, cool. So we'll just take off transit behind the crowd and do a high speed pass. That'll be cool.
Alright.
Alrighty. Takeoff checks. Altimeter set 2810. Radar altimeter.
Oh, that's not good. BrotherLeb, you got me?
Yeah, loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's coming in and out.
I mean, I'm not. Okay. Let all brakes. Gosh, I gotta adjust the. I think I have to adjust the intensity of those brake inputs because that's crazy. All right, we're coming left. And we're about to line up. Runway 03. Turning onto the runway. Let's go for the wings.
There it is. Okay.
Good. There's the center line. Jeez. Brakes. Brake. Control white. Airspeed's off the peg. 100 knots. Airspeed's a lot. 150. Looking good. We should. Burners. Over the top. Capture the horizon. I was inverted for too long. Uh-oh.
Yeah?
Air start. On.
What happened?
I was inverted for too long.
Oh, you you killed your engines?
Yeah. There we go. Engines are coming back. We're good. Yeah, buddy. Sauce gas temperature's a little cool, but We're all right. We're still doing 350 knots. We're way the heck out here. But that's okay. We'll just come in for a screaming wing sweep pass. Or high speed pass, rather. All right. He's come back. We're way out here, but the lineup looks good.
Alright, we're reattaching now.
Nice. Alrighty. And we're in. Oh, we're going. And burners. Whee! Roll it. And pull. Roll. And double. 1, 2. Capture it. And roll off. Idle. Lots of pull. Alright. Where were we? We're in for the tuck under roll. So looking to capture 400 knots. We're doing 450s. Thank you, Jester.
Is he pissed?
He just told me my altitude, which means he's pissed. All right. And pull up. Roll it. And here we go. Whew, that was fun. Brakes. Flaps.
Alright. We're back. I need to clean up.
Cool.
Be back soon.
All right, we're slowing it way down. Capture the airspeed. There's the end of the runway. Sync rate's a little high. Gears down, flaps are down, DLC's out. Here we go. 300, here we go. Pull. Over the top. Spot the field. Capture it. And roll. And pull. Over the top. Spot the field. Capture the horizon. Gears coming. Flaps. And we're behind the crowd for the dedication pass. Mm. 3 miles and we're in for the Tomcat dedication pass.
And we're back, folks. BrotherLeb.
Burners.
Okay.
The dedication pass. Oh yeah, baby. Out of burners. A little more pull. Wings. Roll. Pull. Brakes. Gears coming. Spot the feet. Flaps are coming. Bring in the trail. DLC. Capture 150 knots. And there we go. Jester liked it. It's always a good sign.
That's good.
See if I can do this without ground looping it. I think it's very hard to slow down. Nope, didn't do it. Didn't quite make the taxiway. Well, I don't want to do the whole taxi, so I will select roll and get out of that.
Alright. Quit the desktop. And we'll re-rack and do it again.
Like a plan.
Oh my gosh.
It's been a heck of a night.
2 spring breaks in the same night?
I know. Wild.
Alright. Alright, stick is detected. I've got X and Y axes. I need to redo my VR again. Give me a minute to reset my seating position. Yeah, it feels good. Alright. Uh-huh. Okay, mixed reality environment, clear. Yeah, OBS disconnected for a while. Alright, give me a sec to boot up VR.
Unclear.
Okay. Holy smokes. What a night. Settings, custom 1, apply. If I could, I would adjust... Oh, can I adjust the bitrate in real time? It doesn't appear so. I changed the bitrate, and it's still outputting at 1500. Alright, that's fine. Guess that's the bitrate that's been locked in. Alright, gonna boot up DCS now. Oh. That was a lot.
Yeah.
DCS is running. Alright, the server should be up.
Cool. I'm gonna try joining it. It looks like I am.
Cool. Now we just need our vertical springs to break.
Uh-huh. Could happen.
Yeah, at that point, it's game over.
Yeah, definitely. That's all she wrote for tonight. All right. I am in a Gerald.
Same. Alright, let's go from the top, okay?
All right, sounds good.
Okay. So, we're doing a show here at Nellis Air Force Base. Altimeter is 2810, corrected altimeter, for corrected center point elevation of 100 feet. That's going to be straight out of the chocks, left, then right, onto the taxiway. We'll do takeoff checks on the taxiway. I will detach you and give you lead. You will lead onto Alpha. I will call our left turn onto runway 03. Then it'll be section breakout, section takeoff maneuver. And then the show as briefed, it'll be a right turnout from the Delta breakout for a left pitch up brake to land. Stagger will be left. We'll back taxi to Delta. We will covered wagon to Delta and go well clear on the taxiway behind the jets. For individual left 90s into chocks, I turn first. My goal for the show is going to be to mentally reset and take a deep breath.
And my goal for the show is same as before. Stay positive and continue cleaning up the Delta roll.
Alright.
Am I visible?
You are visible.
Let's rock.
Alright, close that down. Let me reset my viewpoint here, and then we'll get ourselves rolling. Alright, let me know when you're ready to unpause.
Oh.
Alright, unpausing in 3, 2, 1, mark. I did a region override for Discord, so hopefully that helps.
Yeah, hopefully. I have been told I talk quietly, so...
That's not the problem. But I appreciate the confession. Let me know when you're ready for startup.
Ready for start.
Battery on. APU on. Standby canopy.
Lab.
3, 2, 1, mark. Standby right engine crank.
Lab.
In 3, 2, 1, mark. Standby right engine forward.
Lab.
In 3, 2, 1, mark. Standby left engine crank.
Lab.
In 3, 2, 1, mark. Standby left engine forward.
Lab.
Roll left, roll left.
In 3, 2, 1, mark. Standby FCS.
Go for yes.
In 3, 2, 1, mark. In test.
Lab same.
Chariots FCS is go.
Lab.
Well, I've got adrenaline and I'm a focus now.
That's good.
Means I'm not going to sleep tonight.
Huh. I always get pretty tired after these things.
Me too. Oh, man. Chariots IFA is holding DTC.
Up.
Chariots DTC is complete.
Lab DCC complete.
Chariots up tree, come 1.
Oh, gee, come on.
Discord check.
Good.
Takeoff jacks.
Lab.
Check your smoke pressure on. Check your trim set. Check your heading. My heading 2908. Check your altimeter set 2810 for a corrected center point elevation of 100 feet. Check your bear warning 0. Check your FCS 12. 30, 30, 30 down 2. Check your fuel seat arm lights out.
Hold on. What's that?
Check your smoke pressure on. Smoke on. Smoke off.
Good smoke. Good morning, Jared. Updated winds are calm. 4 knots 036. So that's just a northeasterly wind there, and that's at about 2,000 meters. At the ground, they are calm. Altimeter is 29902 for a corrected altimeter of 2810 for a corrected center point elevation of 100 feet indicated. Chariot Squawk 1205, left Squawk 1206, you're clear taxi left out of Chucks, right on Foxtrot, left on Alpha. Line up and wait, 03.
Thanks, Lab. Clear to taxi. Line up and wait 03 left. Check your smoke pressure on. Smoke on. Smoke off.
Good smoke.
Cool. I just didn't see yours before, and I wanted to double check.
Good to meet you.
Solos were cleared for taxi. Check parking brakes off. Chairs powering up to 75%. Off brakes now. Come left, go all clear.
Lab.
Chariot's easy power to 68 and let her roll. Wave at the crowd. Chariots come left, go 2 on the right wing.
Lab.
And Chariots coming back, right. Solo switch 8, come 1.
Lab.
Chariots of 8, come 1.
Loads of 8, come on.
Chariots adding power to 72%, letting it roll. Takeoff checks.
Lab.
Check your smoke pressure on. Check your lights off. Check your landing light is off. Check your flaps are half. Mine are auto. Check your waypoint is correct in the box. Flying waypoint 1 at 0.2 miles and climbing. Check your altimeter set to barometric and set to 2810. Check your dispensers bypass and your seat is armed. Check your heading. My heading 208.
Lab.
Chariots easy power to 68. BrotherLeb detach.
Lab is detached.
Right lead.
What's got a lead on right? Easing power to 68, let it roll. Chariot maintain well clear. Little brakes. Little more brakes. Off. Brakes. Now. Come left on Alpha. Okay. Sure, you got the lead.
Chariot. Coming left. Okay. Little brakes. Easy brakes. A little more brakes. Brakes. Solos were clear for takeoff. Update winds are calm. Maneuver. Our section takeoff maneuver.
Lab.
Check parking brakes off. Let's roll up.
Brakes off now. Blowers ready now. Blowers ready now.
See ya.
Ready.
Terslayer.
Wings level. Smoke on. Blowers ready now.
That was much, much better.
Smoke off. Left clear.
Chariot's clear, 2.5.
Left clear 1 mile. Three miles marked. Four miles marked.
Let me know your beam.
A beam.
Let me know where you take a mark.
Go take it.
Stand by, mark it.
Four miles mark 385.
Chariot's in for the right knife edge.
Then right. 3 miles mark 408. Two miles mark 4.
Smoke on.
Contact.
Alex Broth. Little pull ready, hit it. Stand by, roll, and pull. Stand by, roll. Stand by, roll. Stand by, roll.
Clear.
Roll. Chariot's clear and clearing in front of the crowd for the opposing inverted rolls. 2 miles mark.
Fab.
I have F-16 hands.
Yeah. 3.5. 4 miles.
Let me know your beam.
A beam.
Let me know where you take a mark.
Go take it.
Stand by, mark it.
4 miles mark 36.
Chariot's in for the left inverted.
Of the left reverb. 3 miles mark 395. Two miles mark.
Ready, hit it. Smoke on.
Roll right, roll right,
Gotta look good.
roll right, roll right. Roll right, roll right.
A little drive. Ready, hit it.
Roll
Stand
right,
by, roll. And pull. 298.
Up.
Stand by, roll. Chariot's clear and clear behind the crowd for the Fortis. Coming left, hook's coming down. 335.
Contact.
325. 320. 310. Ease in the pull. Rolling out. Souls behind the crowd. Setting up the Fortis. Check lane lights on. Adding a little power. 300.
Got to Chariot.
Chariot. We're coming left. Coming further left comes the pull. Stand by the gear. Adding power. A little more pull. Adding more power. Souls at the 90 for the Fortis. Gear down, flap down, hook up, ports up.
Let's get down. Pop that hook over.
A little more pull. A little more pull. Ease the pull and rolling out. The Fortis 2.5. Easing power. Trace rolling in.
Clear.
Online and low. Center point. Trades pushing out. Rolling out.
Clear.
Coming back left. Set. Stand by the gear. Gear. Hook. BrotherLeb, knock it off.
Clear.
Trace clear, and clear behind the crowd for the MRT. State 9-1.
Upstate 8-7.
Starting to get back into it. Cherry circling 5 miles for the MRT. And Cherry's turn in 5 miles for the MRT. Four miles, Mark 352. Three miles, Mark 350. Two miles, Mark 351. 1.5 miles MRT. Shoot for 315. 1 mile, Mark 349. Burners now. Ready, hit it! Good entry.
Flight controlled. Flight
Ease in the pull comes the pull. Pull it and kick it. Chariot's pushing out. Leveling out 1,000. Coming right. Comes the pull.
Contact.
Ease in the pull and roll it out. Smoke on. Smoke off. Easing a little power 290. 305. 320 is a little more power. Souls behind the crowd, setting up the opposing MRT.
You got 2, Jim.
Sure. Adding a little power. And we're coming back right. Comes the pull. A little more pull. Looking for 118. Ease in the pull and rolling out the opposing MRT. 4 right, easing a little power. Smoke on the fleet.
Hold on. Power set.
Smoke off. Ready, hit it.
All right.
Smoke
all
on.
right.
380.
Match.
Numbers.
Full talk. Contact.
Look good for BrotherLeb.
Left.
Oh, too fast. Merge. Stand by, roll. Pull to 40. Stand by, roll. 1, 2, 3, and roll.
Clear.
Roll. Trace clear and clearing in front of the crowd for the opposing horizontal rolls. 2.7 mark.
220. Four miles. Mark.
1100 beam.
A beam.
Let me know ready to take a mark.
Go take it.
Stand by, mark it.
Four miles, Mark 390.
Chariot's in for the left horizontals.
Go to the left, horizontal.
Find the car, please.
Lab. 3 miles, Mark 402. Two miles, Mark 402.
Nice. Smoke on.
Got it.
Got it. A little pull. Ready. Hit it.
Roll right, roll right.
Burners. Pull. Stand by, roll. Burners. Pull. Ease on the pull and rolling out. 8-1.
8-2.
Chariot's clear and clear behind the crowd for the sneak 2 vertical. State 7-4.
Update 7-5.
Nice. Getting in the groove.
Slowly, but surely.
Note to self: don't do the push roll in the horizontals. We need that more what I normally do. Chariot circling 5 miles for the Seek 2 verticals. And Chariot's turning in 5 miles for the Seek 2 verticals on the close runway.
Up.
Four miles, mark point 74.
On up.
3 miles, mark point 84. 2 miles, mark point 88. 1 mile, mark point 90 for burn.
Smokes on.
Chariot's point 95.
Ready, hit it. Stand by. Roll. Clear 10,000. Clouds no factor.
Clouds up factor, high show clears. Chariot circling 4 miles for the solo loop. And Chariot's turning in 4 miles for the solo loop.
Up clear 13.
Okay. Three miles mark. Wings level, smoke on. Adding power. Up we go, a little more pull, adding power, adding more power, a little more pull. Vertical 6-2, easing power, easing more power, a little ease. Comes the pull, a little more pull. Ease the pull, adding power. Adding more power. Ease and more pull. Go Diamond Stinger. Adding power. Smoke off. Chariot detach. Chariot detach, boss. A little shallow. 11 on your beam.
Beam.
11 on your take a mark.
Go ticket.
Stand by, market.
Four miles. Mark 3.
Charts in for the right 4 point.
Up then arrival. 3 miles. Mark 4.
Nice.
Two miles. Mark 403.
On time. Smoke on.
Contact.
Contact smoke off. Too fast. Ready, hit it. 1, 2,
Roll right, roll right.
3, 4. Stand by, roll, and pull. Stand by, roll. Stand by, roll. Stand by, roll. Oof.
Clear.
Roll. Trace clear and clearing in front of the crowd for the opposing vertical pitch. 2 miles mark.
Matt.
Why am I suddenly sloppy now? Relax. You got this.
Four miles.
Let me know when you're beam.
Bubby.
Let me know when you're ready to take a mark.
Good ticket.
Stand by, market.
Four miles. Mark 3.
Charts in for the left vertical pitch.
Up left. Coverage.
150.
150. 3 miles. Mark 405.
A little late.
Two miles. Mark 401.
On time. Smoke on.
Contact.
Connect. Add it up. Ready, hit it. 60. Stand by, roll, and pull. Power's idle. 45, 40, 35, 30. Horizon. Now 75.
82 a little late.
Contact brakes are in. One mile, mark 360.
What you buy?
Half mile, mark 360.
On up.
Little pull, ready, hit it. Nice.
Roll left, roll left.
Stand by, roll, and pull. Stand by, roll. Trace clear and clear behind the crowd for the inverted. Take over roll. Contact.
Let's come on up. 360. 355. There's 350.
You'll have to them.
Well, we're rolling out. Someone's behind the crowd setting up the invertical roll.
Try it.
We're coming left. Coming further left. Comes the pull, adding power a little more. Pull. Someone's the 90 for the invertical roll.
Try it.
A little further left. Ease in the pull and roll and out the invertical roll.
Try it.
A little pull, ready. Hit it. On.
Swing on.
A little to right, ready. Hit it.
Smoke off. Stand by, roll. Pull to 10 degrees. Stand by, roll. Rolling out. Coming left.
Left.
Got it.
Ease the bull and rolling out, coming left 320. 330. 340. 350. 360. Easing about 370. Oh, easing the bull. Rolling out 375.
You'll have to, Leb.
He's about to get 380. So behind the clouds, ending up the section high alpha.
Trey, you got to, Leb.
Left. Little close.
Do what you need.
We're coming left, easing power idle, coming further. Left comes the pole. Stand by the boards. Slows up to 90 for the section alpha.
Chariot.
A little further left, a little more pole. Easing the pole. Rolling out. Little acute, stand by the boards. 3.5. 195. Little pole. Easing power 180. A little more pole 17. 160. A little more pole 150. A little more pole 140. 140 pole into the set. Adding power, setting it. Smoke up. Little power flying.
Center point. Knock it off.
Left. 160. Coming left.
Trace breaking left. 250. 275. 285. 295. 305. Easing some pull, rolling out some bank. 320.
Got it.
330. 340.
Over.
Easing the pull and rolling out. 350.
You got 2J.
Chariot, souls are behind the crowd, setting up the section. Bring out.
Left.
And we're coming left. Coming further left comes the pull. A little more pull. Souls are at the 90 for the section breakout.
Left.
Coming further left, a little more pull. Ease in the pull and rolling out. The section breakout. Smoke on 2 miles.
Up.
1.5. 1 mile mark, easing a little power. Half mile mark, ready, hit it! Smoke off. Stand by, roll, and pull.
Connect.
Ease in the pull and rolling out. Easing power to hold 360.
Connect.
Delta's behind the crowd, setting up the Delta. Roll Chariot 4-5.
4 seconds.
Adding a little power, coming left. Coming further left. Comes the pull a little more. Pull.
Got 6 miles.
Boss. Delta's at the 90, send up the Delta roll.
Up.
Ease in the pull and rolling out. The Delta roll. Smoke on. Up. We go a little more pull. Okay. Comes the pull, rolling out. Ease in the pull. Ease in the pull. Coming back left. Coming further left comes the pull. Rolling out a little bank. Delson left-hand turn for the flitterly, smoke off. Adding power, coming back left. Comes the pull. Ease in the pull. Comes rolling out. The flirtly, adding a little power, up. We go a little more pull, smoke on. Rudder brake. Smoke off. Stand by, roll, and pull. Connect.
Stand by. Roll.
Chair's coming right and crossing in front of your nose. Now 460 ease and power.
Connect.
A little more pull, 455. Coming further right comes the pull, 450.
Come on, 2.
Chariot. Smoke on. Ease in the pull. Rolling out. Up. We go a little more pull. Okay. Set. Okay. Set. Smoke off. Go get him.
Clear.
Seriously.
Level 28, 350, 170 heading, coming right.
Connect.
Come further right, 370. Comes the pull, 370. A little further right.
You got 6 miles.
Loss. Delta's in a right-hand turn for the loop brake cross roll and that little bank. Easing the pull. Easing it all the way out. And we're rolling out the loop brake cross. Acute.
Chariot 400.
Level 250. A little pull to level. Adding a little power. And up we go a little more. Pull even more. Pull. Vertical 6-0. Ryzen now 9-1. Right, 7-point inboard. Smoke off. 0.5 Mark 4 10. 1 mile Mark 404. 1.5 Mark 404. 2 miles Mark 399. 2.5 Mark 3 miles Mark, up we go for G Mark. Vertical 4-8. 8 Alpha. Horizon now 7-9 powers up. 45, 55, 65, rolling it. Stop. Leveling the nose. 2.9. 2.5 Mark 39.
Nice.
2 miles Mark 398. 1.5 Mark 402. 1 mile Mark 400. 0.5 Mark 402. Smoke off. Clear.
Seriously.
Coming left. 380. Easing power. A little further left. 375. 360.
Connect.
I'll catch 350.
Connect.
Ease in the pull. Roll and out. Rolling a little through. Set. Come back hair left. Set, we're coming left. Going further left. Ease a little power. Coming further left comes the pole.
You got 6 miles.
Boss, a little more. Pole. Delta to the left-hand turn for the Delta breakout.
Chariot.
Ease in the pole. Easing out more. Pole. And we're rolling out the Delta breakout real slow. More roll out, easing lots of power. Smoke on. We are 3 left. A little pull. Hurry, break. Set. Smoke off. Clear.
Chariot's clear. 29288 at 230, 1700.
Contact.
280. Coming right, 290. Coming further right. Comes the hole. 310. $325. $335, easing power. $345, easing power to catch $350. Delta's on a right-hand turn for the Delta left. Pitcher brake to land.
2 halves, across.
Boss. Coming further right. Smoke on. Comes the pole. Ease in the pole. Rolling out. The Delta left. Pitcher brake to land. A little drive.
Left breaking.
Little more drive.
Take it in.
Center point, boss, braking.
Left break.
Trace ease of the pole and roll it out 055.
What's wrong? 055.
Smoke off. Gear flaps. Chariots come left 280 lab. $260 lab. $240 lab. Chariots at the 90, gear down 3 green. Stagger is left.
Gear down with the flaps. Stagger left.
200 lab. $180 lab. $160 lab. $140 all the way lab.
160. One for all the way.
Jessica.
That's okay. Let's okay, Chariot. Little overshoot.
Chariot. Landing checks.
Leb.
Check your smoke pressure off. Check your tabs. Check your flaps auto. Check land light is off. And reset your shim and safer seat.
Leb.
We'll go well clear on Foxtrot for individual left 90s into chocks. My turn first.
Leb.
Check your parker wheels off. Chariot's powering up to 72%. Off. Brakes now. Stand by cover wagon. Chariot's coming right. Give me 2 on the right wing.
Machine, Chariot.
Chariot. Nice flight, Leb.
Nice.
Getting back on the horse.
That was not easy.
No.
Soul rainbow.
Stand by cover wagon. Ready, split. Reference 25 knot cover wagon. Dude, it's really hard to fly with not equal springs.
Yeah.
Like, my pull is so much looser than my roll.
Yeah, it felt like the jet wanted to climb.
Just my y-axis is looser than my x right now.
Yep, same.
Which can only mean one thing.
Probably about to go.
Yep. Part of me wants to replace it and keep it as a spare, but that's kind of stupid.
No, because it'll just fail quickly. Given that we're in a scarcity situation.
Little brakes. Easy brakes. Little more brakes. Off brakes now. Chariot's coming left. Give me 2 on the left wing.
Up.
Chariot's coming right. Go well clear, Leb.
That's all clear.
Little brakes 6. Little brakes 4. Little more brakes 2. Off brakes now. Chariot's coming left. Little brakes. Easy brakes. A little brakes. Brakes. Stand by canopy and engines.
Up.
In 3, 2, 1, mark. Oh! That's a show.
You.
Alright, coming out from under the hood. BrotherLeb, you got me?
Unclear.
Yeah, you were right. I'm not gonna have trouble sleeping tonight. I'm
I'm impressed that we
tired.
finished that before midnight.
Oh, I mean, like, we're not done with the debrief yet.
Well, I know, but like we finished the flying of the show.
Oh, I mean, I knew that if we started around 11:15, we'd be done, because it takes about 50 minutes to fly the show.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my goal.
Yep.
it
It's quite the show.
was decent. It's just tiring, because we panicked for a bit. You know, with the springs and stuff.
Yep. Oh boy. Oh Nelly.
You know, it makes sense that my spring broke. You wanna know why?
Why?
Because I was doing constant yank turns.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
I wonder if springs break on actual, like...
Probably. They just are replacing them. They probably have not when you're flying, because they probably know about when the part breaks, and
Yep.
they'll replace it a couple hundred hours before it's supposed to break.
Yeah. I bet for the blues, it's like... they probably replace it every show site.
Maybe every couple of show sites, but yeah.
Well, I would love to talk to a maintainer about, like, hey, so, like, in our sim sticks, we have these springs that break. Is that the same case for you? Do you guys have to do stuff to prevent that? Okay, let's do maneuver manual and tac view.
Oh boy.
Jeez, that was exhausting. Okay, start the virtual camera. All right. All right. That was a show at wherever we were at. That was a show at Nellis Air Force Base. No gigantic safety concerns. Like no almost deaths or anything, at least on my side. And yeah, any almost deaths on your side?
No almost deaths. There are some other safeties later in the show that we will get to, but nothing major Class A.
Awesome. Let's see. Goal for the show was to mentally reset. I did. I became mentally fatigued toward the end, so I would call that a success.
Yeah, my goal of the show was to stay positive and then to improve on the Delta roll. I was able to stay positive. I do think that there were some points of the show that I had to continually reset, like the first half of the show. I just felt behind it and sloppy. But I was able to fly good form in the second half of the show, and I did improve on the Delta roll. So we'll take that as a success as well.
Nice. All right. Let's get rolling. Starting with the taxi. Taxi felt a little slow once we got away from the crowd. Until we made the turn and started speeding up and doing our takeoff checks. So that's something I can improve for next time. Turn onto the runway felt fine. No other notes there.
Yeah, I think in order for me to make the turn onto the taxiway look clean and not just like crawl around the corner so I don't overspeed you, I might try doing well clear for that short little left jog, because I think that'll line me up easier for the Foxtrot taxi. The rest of it was fine. I had a major VR thing that happened while we were on Foxtrot. Fortunately, Foxtrot's really long, so I was able to correct it. But I think I was probably going a little quick.
What happened?
At least to start with. So every once in a while, the headset decides to tell me that my internet is not connected, which it totally is. And it's just a big blue box with that information right in front of where I'm looking. So
I've
the only way to
never had that.
yeah, I didn't have it until recently, so I wonder if it's something with the ISP here, but
Or a Windows 11 thing, maybe.
maybe. And then in order to close it, I have to say the word close, or I have to like find some way to manipulate to get rid of it.
Hmm.
And so I have voice commands turned off, but it doesn't seem to care because it'll still do them. So whatever. I was able to fix that. I don't know if that'll show up in the stream or not.
I doubt it, but
And then yeah, the rest of text is fine.
okay. All right. So section takeoff maneuver. This one felt so much better than my first one. Like so much better. Felt on parameters. It's the first time I've done a like true on parameter one in a hot minute. So that was sweet.
Nice. A little climb in the. It was not the lowest of transitions, but not awful. It's a good thing that the runway falls away as well. Well, I guess that added more separation than there would have been. But anyway, and then I was able to. There was a little bobble in the inversion, but then it was pretty steady from there, and I was in the parameters. So yeah, no notes.
All right. Knife edge. I'll take a safety here. I did a ready hit. I did a little pull instead of ready hit it to start with. We still made the hit work, but I was very sloppy because I was like mentally out of sorts because I made the wrong call. So I got behind the jet there for a moment. So that's a safety because it adds a huge amount of mental load as we're coming straight towards each other. So yeah, I'll take that note and fix it for next time.
Yep, I'll take a safety. I was low. I, for whatever reason, just didn't internalize that inbound for that needs to be like 300 feet indicated instead of 2. And so I don't know if that contributed to you doing a little pull because you saw that I was low coming into the box. So I'll take a safety on that. And then my clear was shallow. So it needs to be 063 and it was like 055. So
For reference, I'm shooting for 250 AGL, so 350 indicated here.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So quite a bit higher than we were. All right. Yeah.
So knife edge and 4-point, I'm trying to like truly hit the 250.
All right, cool. I like that. Typically you have been low, so I was low this time.
Yeah, just because I think at show sites where the crowd's further away, it looks better higher. But we can get down to, you can't see my mouse, but we can get down to 100 according to the sheet. But apparently you can do this at 1500.
That's so high.
I don't know why, but it's there. I think it's just there for FAA regulation. Anyway, moving on. Inverted to inverted. This is where I could totally tell that the stick springs were not balanced. I got a little sloppy. Was able to make it work, but then like got a little nose low on the clear, and the clear itself was sloppy, and then the roll behind the crowd for the Fortis was sloppy. So this is just a whole bunch of slop. I give myself a D- on this maneuver. Not an F because I didn't have like a true safety, but it's not much worse it could get.
Yeah, my roll-in was a little bobbly as well. Other than that, no notes, but also a little bit of bobble in the roll.
Fortis. Turn in. I thought I had enough pull in the turn in. I don't like. I don't want us to be inboard. So I've made this turn too sharp many times. So, I have a tendency to. I'm trending in the other direction right now. So I'll try and fix that for next time. I need to remember that the air is very thin, so yorking it around the turns kind of necessary here. The roll-in was fine, but it took way too long to get settled, and I was nose high, I think. I think I was climbing to start with. So I was able to get that settled, but it took forever. And that's probably doesn't make your job easier. The clear, the roll clear was fine. The roll to the 45 was fine, but that was nose low and didn't pull it up. So I broke our contract there. Um, so I'll fix those, and I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, I was late to the rejoin, so I was sort of chasing you around the corner because once we get gear down, there's just only so fast I can go. So I was just not me getting in quick enough. I was just not. I still haven't quite figured out that rejoin with the new FCS and the brakes and all of it. So I have done it right before, but I just wasn't in the right spot. So didn't quite hide the jet either, and then the rollout was a little. I just wasn't matching you as much as I need and want to be. Yeah, your roll in was all right, but then you did climb a little bit after that, but you called low, so I was angry at you, but it doesn't matter. I was able to kind of reset and get into the right position. I tried to come up ahead of a beam of you earlier, but I think I needed to do that even earlier than I did in order to make the site picture look good from the crowd guard because we're so far away from them. I need to be pretty far ahead of you, like almost a full jet ahead, I think, once we're like over the numbers, and I didn't quite get there. So yeah, that I think I was able to follow your clear, like your rollout and clear better this time. So we'll see. I tried to maintain a speed and distance. I was falling back a little bit. I'm looking at the TAC view. That distance between us is increasing, so I wasn't quite mastering your throttle position. But yeah, other than that, no notes.
All right, MRT. This is probably the coolest looking MRT we're gonna see for a while. I decided as I came into the box, I even said it out loud because I could tell that I was mentally like struggling a little bit. So I said to myself out loud, you'll be able to hear it on the stream. Let's do 215.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did that around the corner. Got a little slow. Went down to like 212 before I pulled and kicked. But I sat that thing on the tail and then was able to push out. And I did the flap trick again to get the turbo nose low, and it absolutely rocketed me level. And so I do this like float up thing. It felt really cool. It's been a while since I've been able to put all that together, so like that was the best profile for that. And then I was going super slow, and it reminded me that why the real blues leave the cans in around the corner.
Oh, you didn't?
We don't. I don't normally.
Oh.
Because I don't want to just like run away from you. That has never been part of our contract. So I didn't want to change the contract today, but if I keep doing this, we might need to. But for the moment, we're not going to. But it just meant that I was fairly slow around the corner and slow coming out, and that meant that we were slow going into the opposing MRT.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm proud of how I executed this maneuver.
Yeah. You got room. Like I can come. I mean, I can pick up plenty of speed because I'm not maneuvering like you are. So if I time it right, I should be doing about 350 knots level and a beam of you before we start to turn behind crowd. So
Okay.
speed is not the problem. If I know that you're going to be in burner, I can keep more speed in, and I'll just have to time things a little different earlier. But if you want to have burner and you're going to do these like turbo nose low things, just let me know in the briefing, and that's an easy problem for me to fix.
Got it.
Okay, so notes for me. I was early again. I tried so hard. I was doing like 280 knots coming into the box, and I was like 2 miles from when you said hit it from the center point, and I still was early. So I'm at. But I made I tried to make adjustments to adjust for it, but then your turbo nozzle was so slow. I was still like way out there. So then I was like, well, okay, I'll just come back toward him like I did last time. But I mismatched the timing of the turn because you were so far over my shoulder that I couldn't like match your turn. So I got to 310, and you still hadn't even called that you were rolling out yet. And then you called you were rolling out, and you were like rolling out. And I was like, my God, we're gonna hit each other. Which we weren't anywhere close, but it just felt very dangerous. Conflicting flight path kind of stuff, and you could see in the rejoin, I got a wing up toward you because I was trying to deconflict. It meant that I was I was tucked right in for the OMRT, but it's just like, yeah, what is that angle? It's like probably 30 degrees.
Yeesh.
So anyway, yep. So that's not ideal. I think that's just I'm still too early. Part of it was you turned in for the maneuver, and I hadn't got out to the distance I normally start at. And I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know that I can catch it if I'm way behind. So I was just a little earlier, but I was in the right spot and going slower than I normally am when you call to hit it. So I guess I just need to be further back or slower than that. I'm not sure. There's more work to be done, I guess.
Makes sense. All right. Opposing minimum radius turn. Setup for this felt pretty good. We were about 4. I think it's 5. No, it was 3 right. Handed lead to you, and I just got super close, so I had to like deconflict wing positions and get myself back out there. I was able to do so fairly smoothly, and before we hit crowd, got to the right place behind you. I think the hit's gonna look really good. And then my speeds were all over the place around the corner. And by all over the place, I mean like I was consistently about 5 fast, but we still hit like 4 left. So I don't know. I'm not. I'm not entirely sure what happened, like why that happened. But my roll, my clear was really good, and I did the push roll for this one, and it turned out very very good. So that note I will keep for this maneuver. And yeah, no other notes.
Okay. Yeah. So I was tucked right in for the rejoin, and I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna be right here. It'll be great. I'm not usually that close to you around the corner, so I'm not like your calls don't translate to things I'm used to with sight picture here. So I got that, particularly on the rollout. I just didn't roll fast enough and push enough because I thought like, oh, I'm basically in the same position I'm going to be for like the Delta rejoin or the suction rejoin. It's just sort of the opposite side of the jet. But the rollout just happens a lot quicker. So I got some PIO, and then I was a little sucked, and so that's why I was behind you when you handed lead to me. The rest of that was fine. I don't know that I yugged quite, and it felt like I just a little under yugged it to keep from dropping too much, but we'll see how it looks from the crowd. Maybe not. Looks like I climbed afterwards because I was nervous about that. And then I pulled down to 80, but then I overshot and I could not gain the speed back. I eased out and I was doing like 3 Gs around the corner, but I was holding about 375. It was pretty consistent. Like I dropped about 370 and never got too much lower than that, but I couldn't get it back up to 380 without easing more off of the stick, and I didn't want to do that. So then when we were coming around the 90, I was looking around the corner. I was like, well, if he is doing the speeds he's supposed to, I'm going to be late into center point, and it looked like I might be. So I put a little extra throttle in, and that I think is why we're 4 left. That, and if you're fast in the turn, it actually makes the turn wider.
Yep.
And so I was a little slow in the turn, you were a little fast in the turn, which I think also can explain the 4 left. Because I was on the knife edge normally I don't hang out on the knife edge. Sometimes you do, but I typically don't. Just because I'm not usually in a position where basically what I do is I'll just wait until you're where I need you to be and I'll pull into you. Whereas
Mhm.
you basically just have to get on center line and hang it out. But I was on the knife edge for a long time, so I was pretty low at the hit too, which is not going to look good from crowd.
Mhm.
It's just not going to look like a good cross at all. So lots of notes there. My clear was fine. I didn't do any kind of push roll things because I haven't analyzed my own stick position yet. But yep, how's all the notes for that maneuver?
All right. Moving on to the horizontal rolls. I tried to push roll in this as well, and I learned you should not do that. Ended up quite nose low, and I had to pull myself out of it before we went up the hill. Aside from that, everything felt fine. No notes.
Yeah, let's see. Horizontal rolls. No major notes there. I pulled real hard over the top, so I just straight up stalled. Like I
Yep.
got the stall warning and everything. And rolling out was pretty floppy. I was about 400 high as well. But that could just be a speed differential.
That it?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. All right. So next up is the sneak two vertical rolls. I didn't lose as much altitude as you usually do, so I was actually slow when turning in. But I was able to get up to 0.75 before making the 4 mile call, and then was able to do close in pretty consistently. Nice and low, flat pass, safe, on speed. Yeah, no notes.
Yep. I don't really have any major notes for this. I was on time, if just a little longer than I have been, but I've been early last couple times. Cleared a little crowd like back left, but not, certainly not bad. No major notes there.
Cool. All right, so that takes us to the ladder breast loop. I had to manage a lot in this one because I came in with not enough speed and went up the hill a little late. But all that management aside, it felt actually like a pretty circular roll, or a pretty circular loop. So that felt good, and then the clear was fine. For the 4 point, little bit of jockeying to get into center point on time, and I was a smidge close to you. I feel like as far as horizontal spacing, so I'll take a safety there. As far as the timing is concerned, it honestly felt perfect. I was able to do 4 measured rolls, and we crossed at center point in the middle of the second one. So that felt good. My clear was trash. Yeah. So I'm not gonna be excited to watch that one, but yeah. Aside from that, no notes.
My note for this one is zoom out a little bit in the replay so we can see us both rolling at the same time, because I think it's going to be pretty coordinated. That'll look cool.
Oh, for the 4 point?
Yeah.
Okay.
My other note is I was a little slow coming into the box and you were a little fast, so I think we might actually be a little bit right on the hit.
Okay.
Yeah, it felt like, yeah, that's the way it felt in the jet too. I realized I was slow and I added up some power, but clears are good.
Cool. I need more pull going up the hill for the line abreast loop. All right. Noted. Vertical pitch. Felt pretty good. We're 50 feet AGL. Well visualized, and we hit about 1, maybe 2 right. Got to 60, rolled over. You said that you're about 700 high. So, as I was coming back down, just put the brakes in and slowed her way down to make sure that you could get in. I think we ended up hitting on the back end about 2 right. So, all things considered, I think we did a good job managing all of that. My clear was super slow. Because I was super slow coming into the box as well. So the engine was, my throttles weren't in the right spot to make the clear as efficient as possible. So I'll take that as a safety, and I'll fix it for next time.
Yep. I was high. Yeah, it looks like about 700 high. I think that's related to overspeed on the first hit, which is probably just related to getting into first stage and the timing of that, depending on how long I was in it and what my throttle position was. But I was about 20 knots quicker than you once we go up the hill. No, about like 10 knots. But anyway, I also got to 60 like real quick. It was like oh, right there. And if you could do that without too much jockeying, you can gain some altitude if you just put it there. So I think that might have contributed to it as well. But yeah, made good adjustments on the way in and safe clear on the way out. So no further notes.
Nice. All right, inverted tuckover. This felt better. I didn't fly into you this time. Hiding the jet, I think I was ahead most of the way. But I will say, the turn in for this was wicked. I did not expect you to roll that quickly. Which was fine. I ended up catching it and being in a decent position, but it was just kind of it was just this funny moment of like, wow, we haven't done that in a while. Yeah, it was fun. Fun coming into the coming around the corner and getting set up and coming into the box. You were a nice stable platform. I was able to fly well off of you. Yeah, I think I was a little bit ahead and a smidge high coming into the hit. And then the clears were fine. So yeah, no other notes.
Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot of notes for this one. I did roll off a little quicker, I guess. It didn't feel that much quicker, but it must have been. The rollout was a little fast, but you caught it and it kind of worked out. And then yeah, the roll-in was pretty good. I a little overroll, but I caught it, and then I was very level as far as like the VSI, which I'm not always, and so that felt good. I think a little late on the roll for the actual hit at center point. I think I needed to come start the drive just a hair earlier so we have the time to do it. And then what's my now look at the thing. No, bank angle's great. Okay, cool. And then hopefully the clear will look good from
Oh
the crowd.
yeah, it does. Well, first off, your rolls are right on time, so that's gonna be great.
So yeah, and I tried not to like over roll the jet
Mm-hmm.
on any of it, so it looks less floppy in the track. We'll see if that actually plays out. It's funny, even in this tack view,
Mm-hmm.
which is my own info,
Mm-hmm.
it looks like I overrolled the 90 behind crowd, but I remember intentionally not doing that in the jet. So I'll have to go back and watch the actual.
Oh no, I climbed. That's not you
No,
over rolling.
no. If you look at the 90,
Oh yeah.
look at me roll onto the knife edge, you
Uh-huh.
can see me overroll it to like 105.
And you do lose altitude in the turn.
Yeah.
Huh.
So I remember thinking like, oh, I'm not gonna do that. I wonder if he'll catch it. It'll be weird for him because I'm not losing tons of altitude like I normally do. But apparently not. There. No further notes.
Cool. Section high alpha was pretty good. Yeah, this one was another quicker roll in, I think, because we were in close. But it was fine. I was able to catch it. So when we got set up and everything, I just struggled with being in close on the beams this whole entire show. And this was another one. I just felt like I kept flying into you the entire time. And so I just like angled myself a little bit ahead and pointed my nose away from you as we came towards center point and was able to keep anything from happening. But I'll work on that for next time.
Yep. This was pretty good in most. Like I felt like I was ahead of this maneuver the whole time. and so I felt pretty good about it. The turn, I knew we were a little bit in close. You said do what you need, so I did, and I feel like I was able to set up for it with plenty of time and a pretty good angle. We were pointed a little bit inboard to outboard, so that might have contributed to why you feel like I was coming toward you if you like were mentally oriented on center line. Because if like center line is 028, we were probably flying 032. I can actually look. What are we flying?
Holy cow, dude.
Heading. Oh no, 4. Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's true or not. Anyway, yeah, we were cannon outboard, somewhat. So that would probably contribute to it. But I felt like it was a pretty stable high alpha. I had enough time while I was in it. And I was like, I feel like I've got this unlocked that I could actually look at the crowd for a little bit. Like not long, but it was like I looked over my shoulder and there it is, there's a crowd. So and I don't always feel like I can do that in high alphas, so it's pretty solid. I was slow on the clear. And so that floppy slow jet. But I also took the note from last time to not try to over push it. So I think that was fixed. And no further notes.
Out of curiosity, what's the wingspan of an F-16?
Of an F-16?
Sorry, an F-18.
Hell if I know. I don't know. Does the internet know?
I'm not gonna look right now, but I will tell you that at one point our center fuselages were only 41 feet apart. I think we have maybe 2 inches between our wingtips.
The internet thinks 44.9 feet. So 45 feet wingspan.
Well, then TACFU's wrong. Because if we're 41 feet apart from center fuselage to center fuselage, we should be touching wings, and we didn't. So, but that's probably the closest I've been in a while. I'll take a safety for that and fix it for next time. It's real close, man.
When was this?
Oh, it's in the high alpha.
Oh, I see it.
Like
there it is.
right as we cross the stripes. Real
43.
close. I got 41 on mine.
41. Oh, that's yeah.
Yeah,
well,
dude.
It looks like. Oh my gosh! Yeah, that is.
Man. Yes, that's a safety, and I will fix it for next time. But I will say, I know what hitting each other looks like. I know how not to do it. Okay, moving on. The rejoin of the burner 270. This felt pretty decent. It was a little high. And we had to bring in some extra pole on the back end of the turn. And the rollout, that meant the rollout was fairly snappy because we were coming around quick. So that's a bummer. I want to make that turn smoother, and I want to get us down lower. So that means that we're likely going to be at a further bank angle to start with, but maybe the same amount of pull. But I'll work on it on my recce flights this weekend and see if I can get something smoother going on there. But aside from that, the brake was fine and the turn behind the crowd was fine.
Yeah, I was able to kind of get in position in time to follow you through the turn, and I felt relatively good about that. I was a little sucked, but I was just trying to stay in position around the corner. The rollout, because it was a little quick, I didn't have time to scoot out during the rollout, and I had a decent amount of rudder in to kind of stay out of you. And so I just sort of stayed in position, and once we got level, then I moved out to line abreast. But when I took the rudder out, the thing climbed like a little bit, and so I ended up being a little high relative to you for a bit, and I spent time as we're getting into the box trying to work it down without getting into PIO. I don't know that I quite pulled it off. It's also a little bit ahead of you, right before we cross the stripes, so I don't know. We'll see how it looks. It probably doesn't look that different from crowd, but those are all details that I would like to clean up. I think I underpulled this time, but we didn't have too bad of a separation problem. And trying to think about throttle setting because I'm a little behind you, but I think it's just because I'm climbing versus relative to you. And that's kind of the way it looks for them too.
Yeah. And
And then the rejoin was a little wide because I was worried about conflicting and we were kind of low.
for the record, I'm mill on hit it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So am I.
Yeah, I think it's just that you're climbing more than I am, so you're bleeding off more airspeed with that climb.
Yep. That makes sense.
All right, Delta roll. I was very conscious of the fact that the spring inequality existed between y-axis and x-axis. So I was very, very gentle with every input that I was doing, both behind the turn behind the crowd, as well as the climb, as well as the roll itself. And that meant that we were actually under rolling a smidge, which meant that we had to bring in pull before we rolled out, which sucks. Fortunately, it was still relatively smooth, and we climbed well over the mountain in the back, and so I'll roll a little faster. Not faster. I will continue to increase the roll for a little longer next time. And no other notes.
Yeah, a little PIO on the rollout behind crowd before we went up the hill, and I got a little wide relative to you and a little behind you as we were going up the hill, but then I was able to get back into position, and then I was just a little sucked throughout the entire delta roll, but I'm getting better with my rudder inputs and that actually getting them set in the right spots at the right point in the roll, and it's much more gradual than I had been doing. Makes it a lot easier to chase you through that. I'm not quite matching your wing angle, so that's something to keep working on, and I'm, like I said, I'm a little sucked throughout the maneuver. And then when same thing as what happened with the section rejoin, when I let out the rudder once we got pointed away from crowd and we were finished with the roll part. And I think you probably, I don't remember if you put in pull or there was some attitude adjustment that happened around then. But anyway, I climbed over your wing, so I smoked off and rejoined after that. But it was a bummer because the rest of the maneuver I was in, and then I just climbed over your wing. So that's a safety. I think I need to be prepared for that nose moment when the rudder is no longer being used. I wonder if that's like an FCS thing. They're like, oh, hey, we've been counteracting it with other FCS things, and so now it's time to bring pull back in, or I don't know what. It feels like it comes out of nowhere. Like I've got my, everything set, and then it just sort of like the adjustment that gets made is the rudder, and then the nose climbs. So something I can anticipate though, so I'll continue to do that. But it's definitely a safety that I'll take for next time.
Cool. All right. That brings us to the fleur-de-lis. Turn behind the crowd felt a little funky this time, but all things considered, we rolled out fairly smoothly, more or less on altitude. We were pretty wide, but you live with it. Up the hill was a little slow, which was fine because we were going up the hill. Our climb rate was a little slow, and that's fine because we were a little slow on airspeed as well, and we were a little early going up the hill. So that was all fine. Smoke on was good. The rolls were good. Coming behind the crowd, crossed you at a decent speed. And I eased some pull and realized that I was going to be too far away from the field, so I had to bring in a little bit more pull, and then brought us in low. I think this is going to be the best looking one from the crowd because we go'd like at a quarter mile. And so that's why I brought in so much pull going up the hill, because it was we were closer to center point than we have been in the past. And I think this is more of the sight picture that we're going to want from the ground. Which meant that I hung us on the first set for longer to give you as much angle as possible coming back for the loop break cross, which meant that our roll back towards the second set was faster because we were descending very quickly at that point. And the second set didn't last very long because we were lower now than we have been in the past. So all of those consequences happening, and then the clear was fine, and yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, so the turn in front of the crowd, setting up the fleur-de-lis, I was just trying to fly as smoothly and controlled formation as I could, which I think I did pretty well. We'll see what it looks like in the actual track file, but the tack view makes me think I need to be actually a little bit, excuse me, wider. Like just underneath your wing, especially relative to crowd, underneath your wingtip. And I actually need to look a little bit further away in order to make the right diamond looking sight picture. So something to think about. I still haven't quite figured out what I need to do for the rollout to get in position. I waited this time for when you were rolling out to shift it, and I was able to more or less get there. That was fine. But then I couldn't ever get line abreast like I wanted. Like I was just behind you and a little below you the entire way up the hill, which has happened pretty consistently with this maneuver since we started flying it. So that's not. It's either that or I'm ahead of you and high. So there's more details to figure out for how to match your position and get like thoroughly line abreast. I also think I could be a little wider than I typically am. Like I was worried about overlapping wings, and when they're coming out of that whatever weird double stinger set thing, they're pretty wide because they're flying diamond positions off of 4. And so I think I've got more room to play with there. Yeah, the rolls were all right and pretty flat, and the turn was good. I was able to get tucked in, about the 90 before we were coming back toward the field. I'm not happy with my positioning for any of that over the top thing. It's not bad. It's just a little bit. I was a little sucked in front of crowd. Then I got a little close in the first 90, and then I wasn't able to match the wing position and roll rate into the second, knife edge. And then I was trying to use rudder to get in position. Basically, it was basically more or less a diamond set at the second knife edge.
Mm-hmm.
And I brought in some left rudder to arrest falling away from you in that, but I brought in too much and I ended up basically being slot again. So like all that's just like polished stuff that needs to be worked out. Nothing dangerous, just not what I want it to look like. So there's that. All right, loop break cross. So I just didn't stick to my contract. Normally I roll back toward crowd at 3.5 miles. And I did it. I called the roll once I got flat and straight, and I was like, all right, we're in good position. We got a good heading, good speed, good altitude. Let's do this thing. And then, like, as I'm starting to roll, I'm like, oh, shoot, it's early. And it's like, all right, well, we could leave a little bit of roll out. And, like, I tried to do some things in the turn to mitigate it, but it was too early. And so we ended up pointed toward crowd as we came in. And then also I eased out all of the pole and I didn't want to do any drive if I could avoid it. But the thing just didn't want to descend, at least not at the rate that I needed it to. So it worked out, but it just felt like we were kind of doing this little whoop-de-doo on the way into center point. And I'd like to be flat by the time we get over the actual runway. The up we go was basically on time. Speed was basically on speed, a little slow, maybe 10 slow. But we were still kind of pointed toward crowd. And that'll come into play here once we get over the top, because that meant we were just a little bit inboard coming over the top. And it took every bone in my body to not point the thing towards center point once we came over the top. It's just like, just live with what you have. And so we broke more or less on center point, but just kind of probably over the 0-3 left instead of 0-3 right where we should be. So getting on towards safety. I'll probably just call that one a safety and I'll fix it for next time. And that was just, honestly, it was from the early roll, like the whole domino effect there. Outbound speeds are pretty good, and altitude inbound speeds were a little less good. Also, major note, not a safety, but a major note. I didn't smoke on at all on the split on the ready break.
Huh.
I was task saturated, I think. But yeah, I remember calling the smoke off when we pulled out, and thinking to myself, don't hit the smoke button because your smoke isn't, you never turned it on to begin with. And I was like looking in my mirror to make sure that that was true. And so I think that's true, unless it was flipped, because you would be able to tell, and I wouldn't. But anyway, so yeah, inbound speeds were a little inconsistent, so the hit's wrong, and that's on me. Yeah, no further notes.
Yeah, so joining up was fine. I stay a little bit wide. I still haven't figured out how to be in the right position during, like, for the rollout, but I'm learning. Over the top, I just got a little sucked. Well, I got a little. I just didn't pull at the same rate that you did, so I just hung out at the low set, and then brought myself slowly back up over the top, and was actually like in a really nice position for the break. Brake was good. Outbound speeds, I was behind, so I had to punch it up and then check in some boards to make sure that I was set up for the profile to go over the top. Over the top, I was matching you pretty well. I was a little bit late to the vertical, so I brought in a little bit extra pull and matched your horizon hit, and matched your ladder calls and your roll and your distances all the way into the box. Just one thing that I forgot to remember: there's a comm delay, so realistically you're 0.2 ahead of me, and that's why the hit's wrong. So it's not you. I could fix it. So that's my bad. And yeah, that's the end of that one for me.
Okay. You don't find me visually inside about a mile?
I wasn't that time because I was matching perfectly.
Okay.
So I was like, let's see what happens, and the answer was I'm late.
Uh-huh.
So now I know.
The few times I flew the 5 profile,
Mhm.
I always flew you visually, and I was able to.
I mean, normally I used to fly you visually all the way in, but now I don't trust myself, and so I usually fly you visually within a mile, and this time I didn't because I was matching you perfectly the whole way in.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, lesson learned.
Yeah, I wouldn't fly me visually all the way in, but
I know what I'm doing.
The Saudi or whatever. Okay, so let's see. So yeah, Delta breakout turn away from crowd was fine. I think I was just waiting to be at a certain place relative to the mountain, and so I didn't actually turn back towards center point soon enough. Normally turn at 3.5 miles, and I turned at 4. So I brought in more pull, but then we were low, and I couldn't see where center point was because I wasn't where I normally am. So I was like, I believe it's around this mountain. I'm just not proud of the inputs for any of that. It just feels like it was a little bit inconsistent speed wise, and what, like, expectation wise. I don't think there was anything dangerous or like wildly crazy. It just felt sloppy and hard to follow. And we were 4 left and a little high. We were also slow for the hit, which I didn't think was going to happen because we were coming down pretty far. So I pulled a bunch of power, and that was great. And you stuck with me, which is great. But then I realized that when we were at the hit, we were at 330. But I was like, well, I can't bring in power now. So we just lived with it. Yeah, and I think it'll look okay. It's not pointed quite exactly towards center point. But yeah, no further notes.
All right. Rejoin was good for me, more or less. I got like at like a rejoin set pretty quickly. but then it was in the turn, and you were making the adjustments, and so it just took me a while to like actually close in and get settled. But that's fine because it's well in front of the crowd, and this one's behind a mountain. Oh, you said that the rollout was gonna. You said it was gonna be a slow rollout, so I shifted early. But then as we came out, as we uh, unmasked from behind the mountain, um, you rolled out quicker than I expected, which is not your fault. I just didn't catch it right, and so I ended up having to fly. I ended up having to drop below you a little bit to make sure. Once again, my big safety for this show, so that we didn't touch wings. I was able to get there and adjust, and then I was a little slow to the pull part of the brake, so that's not going to look perfectly matched. And I'll fix those I'll fix those safeties for next time. For the Delta pitch up brake to land, this was my best one that I've done here at this field. Um, it was fairly measured all the way in. The one thing I didn't particularly like is the easing all the way out of the pole and just hanging out there, but it got us right on center line with a fairly smooth and measured rollout. So, all things considered, I'll take that. And it seemed like you were able to stay in pretty well as we went over the field. So, yeah. So as far as the landing is concerned, no notes on the landing or the taxi.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. So I remembered the note from last time about just holding my nerve with the rejoin and making sure I had some overspeed so I could pull into you. I had to. I think I pulled a little bit too much power out in the turns, so I had to gain those knots back. I probably can get in a little quicker if I do that. I also think I turned. I left a little bit too much angle, and so I adjusted a little bit. You can see that, but that's just a matter of like I can learn to do this a little bit better, but nobody's watching it. But I just want to expedite it, and I think working some of those angle out will help. I think I could also hold my nerve a little longer before I pull into you, because I think I was just a little far away. I have a little bit more margin than I think I do to get in, but all the same, it was not a bad rejoin for that. As far as it's just a little slow, so it used to be a little quicker. Yeah, the turn, and then I was able to stay in, and yeah, you were pretty easy to follow. The only major note I have for that is the once we got lined up and we were headed towards center point, I started climbing towards your sidewinder rail. So by the time you broke, my canopy was basically level with it. And it was just like this slow movement up, and I really didn't want to get into PIO, so I tried not to. I tried to just bring in a little bit of drive, but I couldn't quite arrest it enough to prevent that. So that's a safety. I'll take that for next time. And I will fix that because that happens. It's happened before. It happens pretty regularly once we're all rolled out for whatever reason. There's just a slight climb. See, it feels like if you're flying wing. So I need to be prepared for that. The other note was the landing. I had just a bit of angle. I think I didn't. Looking at the flight paths, I just turned sharper and was a little slower. So I needed to. I was like flying off of you, which is fine, but I can also look at the field and kind of judge it a little better. And I just neglected to do that this time, and I haven't not made that mistake in a bit. So that's something that I can definitely improve. And then yeah, there was the overshoot in the end of the taxi on the runway, which I will certainly fix for next time. And I'm glad to be here.
Awesome. Well, let's watch the tape. What a night.
Oh, what a night.
I've got grease all over these pants now.
Mm.
And they're white. That's okay, I don't wear them out. Kate doesn't like them, so I don't wear them out of the house.
Mhm.
They're like Dad's lawnmower shorts.
Oh yeah. Are they actual pants? Or are they like? Oh, they're shorts. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. No, I know your white shorts. I am familiar with them.
Should be good.
I wish those models were just slightly higher quality.
Oh, the crowd?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because then you could be in the crowd and it wouldn't look so bad. Hold on a second.
How are your cats doing?
Oh, they're fine. Living it up.
Are they cats now?
I mean, they are. They're definitely cats.
But like,
Roger's a big
not
one.
kittens?
No. Oh my gosh, Roger. He's like asleep or in theory in the other room, and he's like, "Ah!" Oh. Shut up. He has this funny meow that he sometimes does.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, shut up, Roger. Or he like, when he's like lonely, he'll go, he does this meow that sounds like hello. He's like, hello? Hello?
Uh-huh. Yep. Or Victoria.
Alright. Hold on, I'm gonna let him in. He'll shut up if he comes in here.
Okay. I'll just keep rolling.
I had to jump up on the bed. Yeah.
And then alright. Parked up.
Nice. Nice. Dude, you can get away with murder when you're inverted like that. I was doing all sorts of nonsense trying to make sure I was staying on Sentinel. Where'd Roger go? He was supposed to be whiny and annoying. There he is.
Kniff edge. Here we go.
Alright. Oh, because of the pole.
First hit. So I'm sad that that show didn't end up happening.
Yeah, that it felt good. My clear was good too until the spring broke.
Man.
It was the arresting the roll rate on the second knife edge
Snapped it.
that broke it. Yeah. Because it's like a one thing back. little condensation there. I did. I didn't want to overspeed. I didn't, but like I'm telling you, man, there's no way to save it because you're going so slow that if you get ahead of the power curve, you can't recover. You just have to go wide and like catch him in the turn, which you can do. It's just hard on your neck.
I'll do that after the Fortis.
I dove into that a little.
Yeah, it looks scary.
I got flat quicker than it felt like in the jet. That's good.
I've been nose down for so long, you know? So many shows have been nose down.
I got in an okay spot. All right. A little ahead, actually. I'll take it. Ease it out, yeah. Cool.
Nice.
That a little bit.
Nice. Good job.
Oh, pull, buddy, pull. There you go. Yeah, that's getting better.
Time for the MRT. I'm actually really looking forward to seeing this.
I don't understand these cats, man. They were so whiny like 2 seconds ago, and now they're like, we don't talk to you. Ho, ho, ho. That's cool. Yeah. Position isn't bad from the crowd for me. It's just, it feels awful in the jet. So I'm pointed at you now. You can see it. So I roll out because I'm like, nah.
The, you know,
No.
rudder. Just like, hang it.
I've done that, and I often can't maintain altitude. Oh, the timing. We're left, it's super low.
Look at that roll.
That's great. That's very good.
Nose neutral, baby. Alright. Alright, time for the horizontal rolls. Oh yeah, I had some angle that I was the right speeds and like being right on them.
Good for you. Nice.
Two vertical rolls.
Pull up, pull up.
Forgot to set my rat out.
Nice. Yep.
That was cool.
That was kind of cool, yeah.
Chariot. Welcome to
Who's next?
really good. That's fine. I'll fix it for next time. Time for the 4-point. I'll remember to keep it zoomed out.
Yeah.
That's too far. Right about there. Yep. Clear, dude. It was so bad.
Oh man, usually you're way better than that.
I
It's funny.
know, man.
Hey, 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 hey. Don't do that.
I ended up getting pushed back from. I pushed myself away from my desk.
Really?
That was a good roll from me.
Yeah.
Crazy the things you learn when you're doing this maneuver. Like, for that roll, you have to put a decent amount of push in, but it's like gradual in and.
Yeah. It's super weird. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's a good hit too.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, if I was gonna get another piece of gear,
Mm-hmm.
hardware gear like related to control stuff, and I was gonna splurge, I would get one of those force feedback sticks.
100%.
It would matter a little less for this kind of jet, but like for the Tomcat or the F4, yeah. Oh my God, yeah. Warbirds. Like, okay, so when my spring broke, we were flying
Uh,
P-51s or
yeah.
whatever. That was way like the way to fly those things is without the
No,
spring.
just do 0 springs.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like you don't have any of the feedback from when it starts to load up with the air resistance, but oh, we didn't get to see the roll. Bummer.
Yeah, I'm ahead. Bummer.
Just a touch. Good timing. Yeah. It's probably the right spacing too, yeah. That's starting to look good, that side picture. I'm starting to get there. Could be a little closer to you, but
Or, like, the parallel
yeah. Uh-huh.
320.
Yep. Oh, there it is.
I know what I'm doing.
Never got close enough to be scary, though.
Nope. Gone nuts. I'm like,
Hey.
I need to escape.
Looking at the crowd. What's up?
I know, I saw you do that and I was like, dude, pay attention to the numbers, man. This is hard enough.
Dude, I was locked in. It was fine. It was one of the better.
I got a little ahead of you.
alphas.
Bummer.
Yeah, a little. Yeah, it's just so hard to capture it without getting too porpoisey.
Maybe a smidge slower on the roll?
Yeah, maybe. I feel like it's.
Fun. I forgot you ever shot that.
It's kind of nice though, because I was right on your 3.9 line, so I just kind of scooted it in.
Yeah.
So this rollout kind of caught me, so I wasn't able to get outboard. Just sort of work it out.
Yeah, when that happens when you're in the, like, a beam position and those happen faster than you expect, you just have to live with being sucked.
Yep, yeah. Because it happened to you on the
Yeah.
breakout. Yep, yep. Ooh, nice timing. That was good timing, yeah. I think so. It looked cool. Thing is, you get under the nose of my jet, so I have no idea where, like, what your
Mhm.
aspect is even.
Yep.
So there's a little bit of PIO rollout. So I'm behind on this up. Get it, get it. It's a little sucked. A little low. And then this is where I get the PIO. Yeah. I mean the video, the boss cam looking backwards from Seattle, like he climbed a lot. In the,
Do you want to know why?
the
Did you notice his line for the delta roll? They do it on show line. Like,
oh.
so then he has to go. So they do it on show line, and then he has to go and do. He does a climb and then like drop back in for the fleur-de-lis. Like they're.
That's pretty nuts. It never was quite in before that. Oh, big overroll. Holy crap. Oh, I just had a big overroll on that. I was just struggling. I flew pretty good form the rest of the show, but this was just not good. There's the early turn. Should have waited another 5 seconds.
It's funny how much of a difference that makes. Like, when I do all my boss stuff, I have to realize, like,
Yep.
everything is different.
Yep.
Like, those 3-mile turn-ins are precise for a reason.
They actually have a slightly dropped set for the Delta so that the like 5 and 6 can still see boss's canopy.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty good.
Yeah, looks good. And no smoke, so I was right. Yeah, maybe one left. Okay. I didn't catch that in the jet.
Higher maneuver. Felt real good.
Nice.
Let's go get ourselves a hit. Let's see whether it was center point. I know it was you crossed early, but couple right. All right.
And then I did the opposite thing from the, from the loop break cross, and I rolled late. I think the thing that differentiates us from the way that the like real boss looks when he's flying
You
in
lied
all of
to
the
me.
videos that I've seen. Huh?
You lied to me about your smoke on, you liar!
Is that they roll way faster than we do. Like we do these nice slow rolling, and they're just like.
Did the crazy rollout.
Yep.
I'm not being nice to you.
Depending on the speed of the rollout, sometimes it is easier actually for a faster roll, but you do what you got to do. Like I don't care. I really don't.
At you when I need to. I'll try and make it clear when it's going to be nasty. I was very confident about this one. That's why I had a smoke on when we did. I was like,
I figured you must.
he should be able to stay in for this.
So I was like, right there, it was fine. Everything was fine. I was like, got a little bit of PI. I was like, all right, cool. Arrest it. We're good. And then it just climbed. No! Right there. Right there.
That moment from Horton Hears a Who. What a great moment.
It's very quotable, that's for sure. Mhm.
Rest pretty quick.
I arrested none of it. But I knew what my descent rate was, so I was like, this is well within parameters what the check could do.
There's a hospital out there.
So there is. Ding. Oh, I was a little quicker on the roll. Dang it. I was matching it so well for a little bit. Didn't quite get the last few degrees. Yep. I've been trying to do the thing where I leave it at 68% and I use brakes to manage it, but sometimes that happens.
Pretty good looking.
Okay, it was boing.
Not even close to that at the same time, but that's because of lag. Alright, folks on stream, this has been a trying night for both of us. It's been a lot. So we're gonna say goodbye. But Razorflies, thanks for saying hi. Yeah, Chicago is a weird flight for sure. But yeah, thanks for joining and saying hi. And we try to do this every week, though we don't have a schedule because real life dictates a lot. But yeah, feel free to drop by.